back here in our studio, we're joined by members of the Peninsula School Feeding Association, which is an organisation that is determined to feed the children of the Western Cape where the government cannot reach. Now, they're currently feeding over 20,000 children on a daily basis in over 100 schools. And in studio with us is Director and Vice Chairman, the Director and the Vice Chairman, to tell us a bit more about the PSFA and also the Blisters for Bread event. Welcome, Mark Walker and Brian Benatar. Good to have you, both of you here. First of all, Mark, Brian, I'll start off with you. Tell us about the need for the PSFA, when it started. What was the whole idea behind it and the purpose?
Okay, well, the association was established in 1958 when the government at the time discontinued the school feeding program. And the Rotary Club, as mindful citizens, identified the need for school feeding, and they initiated a public meeting, and Peninsula School Feeding Association was formed to address that need.
Yeah. Now, we're talking about the Peninsula School Feeding Association, or PSFA, and we're talking about Blisters for Bread. What's the difference there, Mark?
Blisters for Bread is our annual event that raises money and raises awareness around hungry children in the Western Cape. So it's the event that is run, and the Peninsula School Feeding Association is the non-governmental organisation that manages and owns the event and has managed it over the years.
Yes. And so when it comes to the event, Blisters for Bread itself, what can people expect from it?
A lot of excitement and joy and exercise during the event. It's either a 5-kilometre walk or a 10-kilometre walk. There will be bands afterwards, music. You can even do some Zumba if you want to, if you're still feeling energetic after the 10-kilometre walk. But a lot of family and friends get together and enjoy the day.
Yeah. How many people usually come around to the event?
Our numbers this year are limited to 12,000 just because of traffic regulations, etc., etc. So there are 12,000 entries.
Yeah. Let's get a bit into the work that you do. How many children are you feeding right now, and what's the ideal number that you're trying to reach, I guess?
Well, we're currently feeding 25,000 children.
25,000.
And our objective is to continually increase that numbers, as well as increase the nutritional content of what we're doing.
Yeah.
And so we're always looking to raise more money and identify new partnerships so that we can reach out to more people in need.
Yeah. And speaking of those partnerships, I mean, you are trying to encourage as many schools as possible to get involved in this program. What are the other added benefits to schools being part of the PSFA, other than just filling the tummies of hungry children out there?
Well, I think the benefits for feeding the hungry children are that, and it's been historically proven, that children come to school more regularly because there's food. I think they pay attention in class. I mean, a lot of times the teachers would come and say, these children are struggling because they just haven't had any food and their attention span is shortened dramatically. So it's those kinds of things that have really added value to the lives of many thousands of children over the years.
Yeah, I mean, I can vouch for that myself. You know, growing up in Potchefstroom, we had a school feeding scheme, and it also helped develop a certain sense of community.
Yes.
Having kids, you know, in the same classroom, all eating from the same bowl, if you will.
Yes.
So there was that part of it as well. Now, how can people get involved and contribute to the good work that you're doing right now?
There are various ways. I think the one popular way of doing it is to adopt a child for a year. So for 395 Rand, somebody could feed a child for a year at school. 395 Rand.
For an entire year?
For an entire year. So that's an exciting way for people to get involved, and you can just get onto our website at www.psfa.org.za and donate 395 Rand. You can feed a child for a year. Companies get involved by adopting a whole school. Some adopt a class. And so there are many creative ways. Companies often run events and then donate the money to the organisation so that we can continue the feeding. The feeding scheme is a community effort. It really is South Africans that support us on a regular basis so that the feeding continues. So it's not about us. It's about the population out there that get excited about helping children. And so we exist because of people donating.
Fantastic stuff, and congratulations and thank you for the good work that you do in encouraging a stronger community and, you know, helping feed our children, building those future leaders. Thank you very much. So,
thank you.
395 Rand is all it takes, but for just 50 Rand, you can enter and take part in the Blisters for Bread Fun Walk on the 24th of August, with all the proceeds going towards the Peninsula School Feeding Association's school feeding program. You can also log on to www.psfa.org.za for more information and entry forms. And remember also that those entry forms to the stall close on the 17th of August. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Right now, over to Ilana. Ilana, what's coming up in the show?